Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. Because of this pandemic situation, again we are starting our online classes. So, make use of these content days for your academic purpose. Today I came with a new poem, My Shadow, written by Robert Louis Stevenson. This poem is about a shadow who always follows our poet. Everyone has a shadow, but we don't know what is the use of that shadow. Here, our poet also doesn't know what is the use of that shadow. Let us move to the poem. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. Here, our poet says, he also has a shadow, but doesn't know what is the use of that shadow. Wherever he goes, the shadow is following him, but he doesn't know what is the use of that shadow. He is very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. In these lines, the poet says the appearance of shadow. The appearance of shadow is same as our poet, from toe to head. And I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. And the poet observed that before he went to bed, before our poet went to bed, the shadow jumped into that bed. So, before poet, the shadow jumped into that bed. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow. Not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. Here the poet says, the poet is curious to observe how the shadow keeps changing his shape. Here our poet compared the shadow to other children. Generally, other children is very slow in their walk, but our shadow is faster than them in changing their shape. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an India rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there is none of him at all. The poet says, sometimes the shadow becomes taller like an Indian rubber ball, and sometimes it becomes very small in size. One morning, very early before the sun I was up, I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. One morning, before sunrise, our poet woke up earlier and he went outside to see the morning flowers. On each petals of flowers, he found a morning dew, but he doesn't found our shadow behind him. But my lazy little shadow, like an orange sleepyhead, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. But he doesn't found our shadow. Our shadow was still sleeping on the bed. Yesterday night, before I went to bed, our shadow goes to bed. But now I understand. Shadow is very lazy. The shadow is still sleeping on the bed. But the fact is that shadows are formed when sunlight falls on our body. Shadows have the quality to change their shapes. So, I hope you understand the poem My Shadow. Read the poem 2 or 3 times. Thank you.